Normally when you're working with R, you'll be using variables when you're doing your statistics and other things. And a variable is where you're using a letter like X or a name, Joe or Susan, whatever, and assigning that name to a collection of numbers or an equation or something else you're doing. Here I have X being assigned to, using the less than followed by a dash symbol, to a collection of numbers, 3253. So now when I type X by itself, it prints back what it is, 3253. Now I'm assigning Y to a different collection of numbers, 2, 1, 3, 5. And again, I'm using that less than followed by a dash, two-stroke combination instead of an equal sign. An equal sign would work as well, but the convention in R is to use that less than followed by a dash. Here we have the addition of the two variables, my X and Y. I'm creating a new variable now, W, using the assign less than followed by a dash, and the W is going to be X plus Y, and you'll see that we get the same number the same set of numbers when we use W, whereas before we just added X and Y. Now we're assigning it to W and printing that out. I'm creating a new variable now, X times Y, and that will be Z, and let's print that out. And you get 6, 2, 15, 15, which are those two variables. So I have a few variables floating around now in my R memory, X, Y, W, and Z. Now let's show you that the equal sign works also, although it's conventional in R not to use the equal sign. So I encourage you all to use the less than followed by a dash. And so you get the same thing using equal or the less than followed by a dash. But the convention again is to use the less than followed by a dash. It means assign. You're assigning whatever is on the right to whatever is on the left. Here we're dividing X by the number 2. So ordinary division works in the expected manner. Here we're raising X, the variable X, which is all those numbers, to a power, in this case squaring it. Now we're taking the variable R and we're assigning that to X cubed. Now let's print that out by typing R and hitting the enter, and we get the cube of all the numbers that are in the variable R. Now we have Y being assigned to the variable R that we just created times X. Now let's print that out, and so you should be getting a good idea now of how these variables work. Basically, you put the variable name on the left and then the less than followed by a dash instead of an equal sign, followed on the right by whatever you're going to do, the equation or whatever you're using, and that assigns what's on the right to the left. Now here I just took the square root of W, but now I'm going to take W and I'm going to get a random normal. So here I'm reassigning the value of W to a variable that has 50 elements, randomly selected from a normal distribution with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1.